Hi everybody. This is a dual purpose video for both 370 Women, Film and Popular Culture and 445 Image and Reality, um, because the reading I've attached, or the reading I just emailed you, which is linked to this, is relevant for both these classes. First of all, for 370, just some housekeeping. I asked you guys to give me some thoughts on the readings for this week. Those need not be in by class time today, especially since that's in 20 minutes. But probably by the end of business tomorrow would be good, so I can take a look at them and provide some commentary or some whatever, I don't know, by Friday at midday. So yeah, no pressure there. For 445, I'm sending this reading because some people have told me they're having difficulty accessing their books, as in they ain't got them because they left them in Tampa, which makes sense. Why would you go on spring break with 4 books in tow? But that is something I can try to remedy in the next couple days. I would need to get to my office and scan some stuff and send it to you, which I'm happy to do. But we're not going to really keep to a schedule with that. So if you don't have your books available to you, in lieu of that, take a look at the reading I'm sending you today, because it is completely relevant to Image and Reality as well. It is a reading about Americans, a lot of Americans, apostrophe, kind of slipshod response to the idea of social distancing, as in they're not doing it because, as the article argues, there may be a part of the American character that is probably a little bit too macho for our own good, in terms of saying, hey, we're not going to get told what to do by some virus, we're going to live our lives because that's what we do. For 370, this is obviously a relevant argument because it is a gendered thing, at least in the argument that's presented to you in this article. And it's not difficult to imagine or really sort of reconcile that that's a gendered thing when you consider that a lot of the biggest or loudest voices going around right now are downplaying the severity of this virus and the need to take precautions, which involve not doing exactly what we want when we want to do it, which is always a kind of a tricky thing for Americans. So there's that. There's that angle for 370. For 445, this is relevant in the sense that there's a lot of what Dzengho Tita would call hyper denial going on, in the sense that people are just not taking medical warnings seriously, and consequently will probably have more sick people down the road to deal with than we would have if people were more prudent at this time. So anyway, there's something to be said for the notion of still believing in facts, still believing in science, still believing that maybe the best thing to do right now is not to just continue to rock and roll and do your own thing, but perhaps be a bit more cautious. So anyway, that's that. So in 445, as I mentioned, if you can't get your books, take a look at this reading, give me some thoughts on it, something short. Again, probably by, I'll say Friday at midday, since some of you probably won't even check to see if there's a video for you until tomorrow at class time. And 370, you can comment on it as you want. It's just something I wanted to share with you. You've obviously got a lot to read and a lot to respond to. So anyway, more as we go along. I'll say this: I've heard from a lot of you, incidentally, whether you're responding to my question about access or whether you have questions or stuff like that. And it is good to hear everyone's voice. So if you haven't sent me an email to at least say, hey, I'm here or I'm somewhere, and you know, I'm okay or bordering on okay, that would be good to hear. So send something like that along. And as ever, feel free to contact me in any way as we go along. All right, 445s, I will communicate again with you tomorrow. 370s, probably Friday at some point. So anyway, yeah, good. Have a good couple of days. Bye-bye.